Hi, my name's David and I'm from Hobbycraft HQ. Today I'm going to show you how to make a chocolate house using one of our silicone moulds. To make this project you'll need a silicone mould, candy melts in different colours and flavours, silver ball decorations, a large cake board and some sweets to decorate at the end. You'll also need a silicone spatula, cake pop sticks, some microwavable bowls and a microwave. When you first take the mould out of the packaging, wash it in hot water and make sure it's dry thoroughly before you start using it. As we're using candy melts in different colours, we're actually going to decorate inside the mould first before adding the plain chocolate on top. If you prefer, you could just fill this with plain chocolate and decorate it after it's set. First step, to melt your candy melts, take a small amount of one colour of candy melts and make sure that your microwave is on medium and give it short bursts, usually about 30 seconds at the longest. They'll start to soften and you can start to stir them round. It may take a little bit of time, just make sure that all of the candy melts have melted through. Once your first colour has been melted, take your mould and one of your cake pop sticks and just dip it into the chocolate. You can then use this to apply to the detailing. When you're working around the detailed areas, don't get too close. For instance, the wreath I'm going to be wanting to do as green. So I'm not going to bring the yellow all the way up. Instead, I'm going to change colours, apply the green, and then I can go over the top in the rest of the yellow. And if any does dribble over, just use the opposite end of your cake pop stick just to fish that out. Once you've finished your detailing, you can then just apply the base colour over the top. Next, I'm going to fill in the windows. Again, just using one of the cake pop sticks, just to fill in. And I'm going to leave the frame blank so that when I put the chocolate over the top, it will look like a wooden frame. And again, if you go over the lines, just use the other end of the stick just to clean that up. Once you've filled in your detail, you're ready to put the base chocolate over the top, and you're best to use a spatula for this. You'll need to use about 1/4 of a pack per panel. You'll need to make sure that the mixture goes into all 4 corners of the mould so that when it sets you have a firm structure. You'll probably find it easiest to do all of the detail in each of the panels first before you add the base layer, and then you can pop this whole section into the fridge to set. Once your chocolate has set, you can then turn it out from the mould. Start by peeling away gently at the edges and then you can lift it from the mould. Making sure that the sloping side is at the top, apply some chocolate along the seam. Once you've got your chocolate on, bring your side panel and just slide it on and let that set. Don't worry if it's a bit messy because you'll be covering that up with some sweets later on. Just build up each side in the same way, with chocolate along the seam and then pressing in place. Before you add your roof, make sure that all of the side sections are completely solid just to give it some extra support. For a more festive look, I put my completed house onto a cake board that's been decorated with white candy melts, and I've used sweets just around the outside of the house. To apply your sweets, use your cake pop stick and apply a small amount of chocolate onto the sweet and simply stick that in place. Your silicone moulds will also come with these 4 additional decorations. You can make a winter scene simply by dipping in some melted candy melts and applying to your scene. So here's our finished chocolate house, complete with decoration. And if you're not feeling quite up to decorating a house, why not try making a chocolate block? These are really easy. Simply pour the candy melts or chocolate down, and on the reverse, just pop in your favourite treats, nuts, or you could even mix colours for a really interesting effect. For any more information on any of the products that you've seen today, visit our website or speak to one of our colleagues in store.